Hello. Good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution episode 253. Happy Saturday. I'm a little tired this morning. I think I'm still in a food coma. So last night, Friday night, my wife and I had Chinese, and it's from a restaurant called Taigu, which what's up, George? Good morning. It's they do homemade noodles, and it's absolutely delicious. What's up, Zach? Good morning. What's up, Brian? We had Taigu last night. It's in downtown Middleton. It's actually directly across the street from my post office. So had that. I had sesame chicken and crab rangoon. It's delicious. So I'm already looking forward to having leftovers for lunch today. And then I had a Pepsi, which keeps me up. I'm not like the cousin on Home Alone. I don't wet the bed when I drink Pepsi, but it does keep me up late. Brian says your Christmas tree in April. Seriously? Yep, seriously. Oh, George took down his Christmas tree today. We take ours down we keep it up through New Year's. So we usually take it down like shortly after New Year's Day. So early January. But I know some people like tear it down like the morning after Christmas. Like we're done. So I think I'm still kind of in a food coma. I am super tired this morning, and I was actually tired. So thank you to Dan for having me on last night. George came on, Prestige was on. I didn't really add much to the conversation, so I apologize. But I did get some sleeving done. I was sleeving some cards that I'm going to throw in quarter boxes next weekend. So this very time next week, I will be opening the doors for the card show in Madison at the Sheraton Hotel on John Nolan Drive. So I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to handle Hobby Evolution next week. I may do it because I'm going to get there I'm going to get there by 7. The show starts at 9, so I want to be there by 7 a.m. To get myself set up. And other vendors will be trickling in the 7 o'clock hour. So that's the plan. So I don't know if I'm going to do like a quick evolution before I leave for the show, or if I get there a little bit early and just do it on location before setup. So I'm going to think about that this week on how I'm going to handle next Saturday's show. And we're also doing a hobby roundtable on 3B Collections channel, Herman, next Saturday night, 7 p.m. Central. So I'll be able to share how the event goes next weekend. So excited for that. So last night I was sleeving some quarter cards. Actually, I found some pretty sweet cards. I just have some like random piles on a table behind me. And I was just, now these will not be going in the quarter box, but I just set them aside because I'll throw them up on eBay at some point. Trevor Story rookie card from 16 update, first Bowman Kevin Biggio. There's a bunch of Lourdes Gurriel. I bought a ton of 2018, so a bunch of Lourdes Gurriel cards. I had some platinum from this past year that was a terrible product, Joe Adell and Alec Baum. I don't know what this is. It's a commemorative Mickey Mantle card, which is pretty cool. Looks like it's from 1996. And 2017 Eloy Jimenez. I have a ton of 18 Eloys, but I don't have many 17s. In Opeachy, Mike Schmidt from 1981. A couple of Alex Bregman Ginter rookie cards. Like a half dozen Benintendi rookie cards from Ginter, that same set. This is pretty cool. This may be going to Korea for George. Stan Musial, Club 3000. Score Masters, Ken Griffey Jr. That was a great insert set, I think. Derek Jeter. Let's see what else. Just some other random stuff. Cole Hamels rookies, Evan White first Bowman, Chance the Rapper. So found those in just some random pile. So that was fun. Sleeved up some cards, did a few shipments. Good stuff. So Brian says you should do interviews with other vendors or something. That's something I've considered. I'm not sure how it's. This show is going to be kind of like a rat race because it's the first one. Just trying to, I'm going to be actually. I'll have a table set up and then coordinating. So I probably won't have time to do any extra stuff like that. That's why I'm kind of like debating, should I just do a quick Evolution show before I go? Because once I get there, it's just going to be, 10 things going on at the same time. So, but if I get there early enough, I can avoid that and get a quickie show done. So thanks. It was great talking to Dan and George last night on the show. George says, I just saw another guy showing a 3,000 bugs. Oh, very cool. So what I wanted to talk about today is my mail day yesterday was strictly supplies. And then I wanted to touch on retail because I saw a tweet right after I went off the air yesterday about a store here in town. And it's WrestleMania weekend. So I'll lead off with WrestleMania weekend, get that out of the way, because I know there's not too many wrestling fan watchers here, but it's WrestleMania weekend. So that's why I'm wearing the old school wrestling hoodie. It's WrestleMania weekend, and it really grinds my gears. Do you know why it grinds my gears? So the WWE Network is now going to switch everything over to Peacock, which is NBC's app. It was like a $1 billion deal. So WWE is just making money hand over fist. So they're transitioning all their WWE Network material to Peacock, but it's not like all loaded. They only have like some pay-per-views. Now WrestleMania is exclusive to Peacock. So I have the WWE Network. I haven't tried it in a while, but some people still have access to it, and a lot of people don't, which is, kind of frustrating. So I've been debating on getting the Peacock app, and it's pretty cheap. I think the premium version normally runs, and that's without commercials, $10 a month. You can get it with commercials for like $5 a month. So that's great. So I'm paying $10. I think WWE Network was $10 a month. I think that's what I was paying. So basically, I just take my WWE Network subscription, which will be cut off, and I'll just put that $10 toward Peacock. Plus, we have all of the Peacock content. And there are a couple things on Peacock that I wouldn't mind watching. So it's like, hey, it's a win-win. So then I receive an email this week, and they're really pumping WrestleMania. And because it's like a 2-night event, they're going to have part 1 tonight and then part 2 tomorrow. They've got some other content on there. So I get an email because I was a subscriber to the network that, hey, you can get Peacock for $10 for 4 months. So it's only $250 a month, and this is the premium version. So I'm like, hey, sign me up. So I signed up. So I have 4 months of the Peacock network. I keep saying Peacock, and it's kind of it sounds weird when you say it. So I have it. So I go to my TV. We have YouTube TV using the Amazon Fire Stick. So I turn the TV on, go to the app, can't find it. It's like weird because it seems like it would be a top app. I search for it. Nope, there's only an NBC app. So I Google, how can I watch Peacock? And it's like it's hardly available. Like it's not available on most platforms. So how am I supposed to watch stuff on Peacock? What the heck? It's not available on the Fire Stick. It's not available on Samsung Smart TVs, which happens to be the type of TV I have. And there's like several. So then there's an email, like as I'm like cursing, like I just threw $10 away. I'm cursing. And there's an email from, I think, WWE, like, oh, here's how Peacock works. You can't watch it. It's not available on this, and this, but you can watch it from your laptop computer or your mobile phone device. Oh, awesome. Just what I want to do. I want to hold my phone up for the 7 hours of WrestleMania that they have. Come on. So that's what's grinding my gears. It's WrestleMania weekend, and I'm probably not even going to watch it because maybe I'll have it on if I'm down here. I can download it on my computer here, and I'll just have it on in the background, I guess. I don't know. So that's grinding my gears. Like, why make a deal? It's $1 billion. $1 billion with a B, and your T's aren't crossed and your I's aren't dotted, and nobody can watch your stupid content. Moving on. So yesterday was Friday. It's retail day. I did not go out. I didn't even plan on going out. I do need some painter's tape, so I'll probably run to Target today to get some blue painter's tape. So right after I logged off of Hobby Evolution yesterday, I check out Twitter, and Ryan from Ripping One-Handed tweeted out that he drove by his local Target, and I think goes to the Fitchburg Target, which is, it's kind of out of the way for me. It's still only like, now they added some lanes to the road that goes there, so I can get there quicker. I don't have to deal with slow drivers, so I can speed around them. So I can get there in like, I don't know, less than 15 minutes. But it is like and it's kind of in an area where there's stuff there, but it's like, I don't really do much business over there. But there's the other two Targets on this side of town are like, one I drive by to like go anywhere, and then the other one's like further down, but it's also on the way to the card shop. So there's always something that I can hit up. I can double dip. So Ryan tweeted out that he drove by, and it was a crappy rainy day. It was like 45 degrees yesterday morning and raining. And at 6:30 yesterday morning, doors don't open until 8. At 6:30, 90 minutes before the doors open, there were more than 20 people in line in the rain waiting for their cards. More power to you. I did see a tweet this morning, which was awesome. So, hey, if that's how you want to spend your time, that's great. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I'm not going to talk down on people that wait in line. I'm not going to call them unemployed or whatever all the haters do. Fine. If you want to spend your time that way, that's great. I've waited for cards. People wait for sneakers. People wait for video games. People stand in line for bobbleheads at a stadium. Who cares? They're waiting for baseball cards. And you can, like, 10 times your money on a blaster of Prism basketball. You pay $20 and you can sell it for about $200 right now, which brings me to my next point. This morning, I see on Twitter, somebody screen captured a eBay message they received. They sold somebody on eBay a blaster of Prism. The person received the blaster and then sent them a message thanking them because they opened the Prism blaster, which they paid probably 10x for, but they pulled a LaMelo Ball rated rookie numbered to like 99. Now, I think the Prism like base LaMelo Ball sell for like we're selling for $1,000. So I don't know what this particular card goes for, but it was kind of like, well, hey, that's the chance. Hey, yeah, you made some good money flipping that blaster box, but if you would have ripped it, could have made a lot more money. Those are the breaks sometimes. George asks, did you open your Top Shot pack yet? I saw that mine was in my account. Oh, no. Interesting. So I received an email this week. I think so. When those packs were released, they said like April 7th. Yeah, which was Wednesday. They said April 7th they were going to be released. So I went to my account on Wednesday and it wasn't, and then like that night, I think they sent an email saying these will be in your account by like April 13th. So I haven't checked. So thanks for the heads up. I'll check that out. Actually, why not check that out right now? So that's what I wanted to talk about retail. I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna go buy my Blue Painters tape today, and check out the card section. There's not gonna be anything there, but they have had penny sleeves there, and I was talking about this with the guys last night. That Target has had. My local Targets have had like a lot of packages of the penny sleeves in the 500 count pack. So they're selling 500 penny sleeves for $6. So it's a good deal. So I will check that out. So where do I go to my collection? My packs. Oh, I do have my pack. Cool. So I'll check that out today. One other thing that I wanted to talk about. I got my supplies yesterday. So before that, let's open my Top Shot pack. And I don't know, can you see? Oh yeah, you can see. So let's open my pack. This is this was the one they like everybody could get a pack of this. So we're clicking to reveal. Okay. Common 2655. It looks like Josh Hart. I don't know what. It's like a layup. Oh no. Ooh, cool. It's a dunk. Nice. So that's my first moment. Looks like Josh Hart doing a slam jam. It's a dunk. Numbered 2,656. That's a fairly low number. 2656 out of 35,000. And it's a dunk, so that's pretty cool. So let's reveal my next one. Ooh, it's really low number 471. I can't see it. I'm watching in the screen. Is that another dunk? Wow. Who is that? Boston Celtics. I can't tell. Number 7. Oh, it's a block. Nice. So who was that? A block, and it's a low number. Bryant. Oh, Thomas Bryant. Yeah, number 471 out of 12,000. Hey, George, do you know what that means? There's a little logo at the bottom. Can you see that? It looks like a little TS logo. I don't know what that logo means. It's like a blue and red logo that says TS. That's probably good for some coins. And then is there 3 cards or three cards? Is there 3 moments? So let's open this next one. I don't think my camera's focusing. Looks like, is it a steal and dunk? Ooh. What's going on here? Oh, look at that. Oh, Blockamania. Dallas Mavericks block. Wow. Oh, that was a rookie. Wow. So this was a good pack. Oh, that was Willie Cauley-Stein, former Kentucky Wildcat. So that was another 12,000 numbered out of 12,000. 8,276 out of 12,000. Willie Cauley-Stein, common, numbered 8276. It also has that logo. LE, does that mean anything? Limited edition, and it's got that TS logo at the bottom. I don't know if that's like common or what. Thomas Bryant was LE base set, and Josh Hart base set CC. Cool. I think that was a good pack. That was worth $9. I had fun. That's enjoyable. So yeah, so supplies. leading in from so I'll pick up penny sleeves at Target if I can, if they have any. So I did receive some. So the TS is basically like a first Bowman. It's their first moment. Oh, I bet that's good. That's probably good. I like that. Cool. I got 2 of those, 2 out of 3. Some good stuff. Yeah. So how about that? That's my first moment break. Live moment breaks. Live NBA Top Shot moment breaks. So I received 3 big boxes of mail yesterday and no cards. But almost better than cards because they were supplies. 2 boxes, big boxes, flat rate boxes of top loaders. So I've actually found I shop eBay like every day for used top loaders. And I've talked about I bought the 4,000 top loaders. I'm getting toward the bottom of the box. Still a lot left. But I do need to be proactive and refill the stock. But I haven't been finding any good deals on eBay. And I think the last time I looked, like 15 cents was the lowest per top loader shipped cost that I could find. And basically at 15 cents, that wipes out any positive margin on a single 99-cent sale. And I want to keep that positive because the last thing I want is to have 190 single transaction 99 cents where I'm making 5 cents and I'm spending 4 hours and making, whatever 5 cents times 100 is. 20, what is that? I don't know. $2, $20. I'm not good at that math. So I was able to find through Facebook groups, which, man, like, and somebody mentioned, I think Ivan tweeted something out. He might have retweeted and I got some comments from that. But somebody said, file this under another in the hobby, what you wouldn't believe a year ago, as far as the used top loaders go, because back a year ago, and actually now it's probably been 14 months ago before COVID, you could go, people on Facebook groups were letting used top loaders go by the flat rate box for the cost of shipping. Like, hey, I've got this box of top loaders. I'll send them in a flat rate box for $15, which is like break even. And I was getting some as low as like 2 cents per top loader shipped to me. So then all of a sudden they creep up. My last order, and I was mixing it up. I was buying used and new. So I'll use I'll set like, this is kind of discolored. Like I get some discolored, some are like golden, super old. I'll save those for like the vintage, like a 99-cent 73 Topps baseball card. But if it's like a Ja Morant Prism, I'll put that in like a new top loader. So I save the new top loaders for like the higher dollar cards. The 99-cent cards, they get the whatever treatment. Like it's purely for shipping protection. It's you can throw it away or you can box it up and sell it back to me at a later date. So I was able to find through Facebook groups actually 2 different sales. And I was late. Actually, I found like 3. I was late on the first one. One went to auction that went pretty high. So actually 4. One seller I was able to get a box, and I think I got them for about 8 cents per top loader, which is the lowest I've paid in quite some time. And then the other one ended up being, I think, like 11 cents per top loader. So I ended up paying, roughly 9 cents per top loader on 2 boxes. One's a large flat rate, one's a medium. Now the one that I got for 8 cents is all rookie card top loaders, and I think it's in the so yeah, it's all rookie logos, which if it's a rookie card, awesome, it matches. If it's not a rookie card, I'll just flip it over and who cares? Again, it's for protection. So and the other box was my guy Carl, my stamp guy, got another box of like 700 of my pre-stamped envelopes. So I am fully stocked. I am fully stocked on stamps, envelopes and top loaders. So now I'm low on painter's tape. So and I think I'm good on labels, although I should put an order in before I get dangerously low. So so George says, I'll try to include some for you in the next cards I send. You'll probably get them before you get the ones that I sent to Ken to forward to you. So yeah. So today on the docket, so originally I had planned on, since earlier this week it was going to be super warm. So my plan was to take a long bike ride. There's a town, I don't know, 10 miles. And it's right on this bike trail. We have a bike trail that's we have dozens of bike trails, but we have one that's, goes from like Fitchburg all the way out to like Dodgeville. So it's like a 45-mile bike trail. So I was going to hop on like where it comes near me within, I think it's 3, because I rode down to the trail last weekend. So it's like 3 miles. So I'm going to go down to that trail, hop on, and go to a town called Mount Horeb. And they're like known for like trolls, not the internet trolls, but like the real fake trolls. Like the old-timey trolls. So why you have put WrestleMania on the title? Because I talked about WrestleMania and I'm wearing a WrestleMania shirt. That's why. Don't troll me. So Mount Horeb is like the city of trolls. So was going to ride down there, and they have a brewery called the Grumpy Troll Brewery, and I was gonna hit that up, have a drink, ride back. But it's gonna be like 50 degrees today. It's gonna rain all day, so I'm gonna be down here, and I'm gonna be talking about WrestleMania and why it sucks. So no, I'm. Are you gonna watch both nights live? So I wanted to. But I don't get Peacock on like my Amazon Fire Stick. So I'm going to have to watch it on like my laptop in the background, because it doesn't work on the Peacock app, doesn't work on like a Samsung Smart TV, and it doesn't work on they really did. And it doesn't work on the Fire Stick. So I'm not going to watch it on my phone. I refuse to do that. In fact, when the WWE Network did whatever changes they did like 2 years ago, I stopped subscribing because it didn't work on anything I had. It didn't work on my Apple TV. It didn't work on my iPad. It didn't work on either of my smart TVs. So I said, screw it. I'm going to save my $10 a month, my $9.99 a month. And I unsubscribed. But then we got the Amazon Fire Stick like 6 months ago, and I resubscribed to the network, and now they're doing away with it and all that great content. In USA, you have to separately purchase subscription for the network to watch WWE. So here, I'm not sure where you're at, but here in the States, so we had the WWE Network, and it was $9.99 per month, and so that's where like all the content was, and now everything is being transitioned from the network to the Peacock app, which is owned by NBC. But the Peacock app doesn't work on like most platforms. Like you can watch it on your computer, you can watch it on your phone, but it's not available on like smart TVs. It's not available on like Amazon Fire Stick apps or like Apple TV apps. So it's like, it's not easy to watch. So I have the Peacock app. I did subscribe to it, but it's not available on my like TV. Like I could mirror it from my phone, or I guess I could I have a Google Chrome stick somewhere, but I just don't want to go through all that effort. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'll probably have it on in the background. So I'll have it on I'll be down here on this computer, and I'll just do other things, and I'll have to download the app on my laptop and watch it. So, okay. So Tushar's in India. We have a general Sony network, which is just less than $1, in which WWE hosts every program from weekly shows to pay-per-views. everything under $1. Wow, that's pretty cool. So George, so the PS4 has the Peacock app. I don't have a PS4. Give me your login. So I don't have any gaming system. I don't have a single gaming system. So yeah, so that's kind of how it works over here. Is it's a transition period. So the WWE network still works for some subscribers. I haven't checked. I haven't logged in for a week or so. As of about 2 weeks ago, it still worked for me, but I know that for others, I'm not sure if you listen to like some of the wrestling podcasts. I listened to like Conrad Thompson's podcast with Bruce Pritchard, Tony Schiavone, Jim Ross. So I know that with Tony Schiavone, they've been watching some old wrestling shows from 1986, and they have to use the WWE network. It still works for them, so they're still able to do the watch-alongs, but a lot of listeners no longer have access to the network. So I don't know I don't know the technology behind it, but it still works for some people, but for others it doesn't. So I haven't checked in, but I do know WrestleMania will not be available on the WWE network here in the States for subscribers. What's your thoughts about Raymond James Stadium, COVID situation and attendance? So Raymond James Stadium is in Florida, and they've been like pretty wide open through all this. So I don't know what the attendance, I'm not sure what the WrestleMania attendance is. I'm not sure if it's 25% or what it is, but it'll be interesting because we've had some states that have completely opened up. Florida has been open for a while. Texas has been open, and they haven't really seen any spikes in COVID, which is good. There's been some other spikes in other areas of the United States that have seen some spikes with COVID. So, I'm not sure how things will work out with that, but hopefully it's a step in the right direction. I haven't been following. So here's my thing. So I'm a like old school wrestling fan, and I haven't watched much current WWE because it's just not, I don't know. It's not interesting anymore. I have been watching AEW. I'm not sure if you watch AEW, but I've been watching that a lot more than WWE. I watched Royal Rumble, and usually Royal Rumble and WrestleMania are like the two pay-per-views that are like must see that I'll watch. I'll turn it on for all the pre-show stuff, and I'll watch all of it. But I don't watch like the weekly shows. Sometimes I'll throw it on. Like my wife hates wrestling. So I typically, if it's like a Monday night and she's not home, I'll turn it on. But usually I'm not watching on Monday nights. What's about the Stone Cold pod with Chris Jericho? Is this going to be a game changer? That was interesting. I don't know what's going on there. I'm really surprised by that move because typically Vince McMahon has been like, especially when WWE had the upper edge in the 80s and the 90s, WWE didn't acknowledge other talent not under contract with the WWE. And, they basically lived in their own universe and did not acknowledge other federations, other wrestlers. And now that, he gave the blessing to have Stone Cold interview Chris Jericho, like kind of blew me away because Jericho's, under contract with AEW, and they're kind of they're in competition basically head to head on Wednesday nights. So I was really surprised by that move. But then also I think Vince McMahon is kind of on his way out. He's making these big deals, $1 billion deal with Fox for SmackDown, $1 billion deal with NBC's Peacock app. I think he's getting ready to sell. But then there's another part of me that thinks, what's he going to do? What is Vince McMahon is around the clock. Like this is his like his only, it's all he does. So I don't know, I don't know what's going to happen. It's just absolutely, it boggles my mind that, that they would make that type of a move, having the competition on. But it also could be that they don't view AEW as competition, and it's like, yeah, we'll have you on, sure. And it could be like a little mind game like that. Just amazed how Vince has given permission for that, because Tony's permission is acceptable, but Vince, man, oh man, that I think once in a decade moment. It's I was surprised. I was really, really surprised. And but I think with, AEW's taking, and taking isn't the right word, but AEW is signing former WWE talent, but it's not like they're not like Randy Orton would have been like, now that if Randy Orton would have signed with AEW instead of WWE, that would have been a game-changing acquisition. And that would have been, a war like WCW back in the 90s. But the talent they're getting is guys that are like being released by WWE, or old guys like like Jericho, which is great. Like Jericho's awesome. But like the Big Show and Christian, and it's just like, WWE doesn't want those guys. And, some of the other talent they had, who else came up over? Luke Harper / Brody Lee, who unfortunately passed away. And John Moxley was kind of a big deal coming over, but it's really kind of like, it's just, I guess I would compare it to like the 90s and the wrestling wars of the 90s. Like, Hogan and Macho Man, like those were the big, WCW really landed those. But then all of a sudden it's like they get guys like Virgil and who else came up? Like Ted DiBiase and, some of the guys that, they were past their prime, but they were able to get, and then like it kind of swung back the other way. And all of a sudden guys are jumping ship back over to WWE. So I love WrestleMania weekend, but I'm like disappointed that I can't have it on like my big screen and watch it on TV. I'm relegated to watching it on my laptop. So I'm bummed that that I have to, just kind of have it on as background and not really pay attention. I think Brock Lesnar might be the greatest deal for both WWE and AEW. So I don't know what Brock Lesnar's like status is. Like, I don't, is he just kind of a free agent right now? Is he, because I don't think he's with WWE. I don't know if he's still under contract or if they're just not using him. But that would be, he's getting to that, that stage where, how much longer is he going to have? But I mean, Sting's in his 60s. But that's kind of like, he's more of a, just a background. But he's not with WWE. Okay. So that would be like a game-changing sign if AEW could get Brock Lesnar. George, you need to watch the Trailer Park Boys, the Kitty Man Sea Shanty. I've never watched Trailer Park Boys, but I see them come up all the time because I probably watch shows that are similar. And so it's always like a recommended show. Like, you should watch this. And Trailer Park Boys is always like recommended viewing. So maybe I should watch that. So just type that in on YouTube. All right. I will do that here in a moment. So that's what I had. Tushar, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you so much for stopping in. Got some WrestleMania talk in. So Tushar, so basically my show is, so I do this every morning and I just kind of talk about what's going on. I'm a baseball card collector. And so most of the content I talk about is like baseball cards and kind of like the hobby of collecting. But every once in a while I throw in some wrestling talk because I don't know if you're like a card collector or not, but so I do, and I'm not a big wrestling card collector. I do collect like wrestling magazines, though I'm kind of like getting out of that. But I've been collecting the WWE living set. So Topps company does these sets, and they've done it with baseball, where it's just like a never-ending set. So they produce. So with wrestling, they produce 2 cards every week, and it's going to never end. So and they're in the style of 1985. So this is Steve Austin. This was the number 1 card in the set, and they paired him with Trish Stratus. And then they have MVP. So I think they're 20 cards into the set. Bobby Lashley. They're 20 cards into the set now. They come out every Monday. This was a weird choice. They did Ivar and Eric, the Viking Warriors or Viking Raiders, which was strange. And they paired Miz and Maurice, which is cool. So I talked some wrestling. That's what I collect as far as like wrestling stuff. I have a bunch of like wrestling magazines though. I bought them up over the winter. But I think I'm just gonna probably sell them off. So that's what the show's about. I just randomly talk every morning about what I did, collecting cards. I'll show off, the cards like that. And every once in a while, I enjoy wrestling, so I'll talk wrestling every once in a while. Most of the people that like are in the chat and that like watch the show are not wrestling fans. But I have a couple. There's a couple guys that are into the cards that I just showed. So they're into wrestling. So it's kind of a wide variety. Sometimes I talk music, just some random stuff. So thanks so much for dropping by and able to talk a little extra wrestling today. And that's about it. So I'm going to be on tomorrow about this same time. I usually sleep in on Sundays. I actually slept in today, so I was on a little later than I usually am on Saturdays. So I'll be on tomorrow around this time. So it's pretty cool. We had quite the international fair because Tushar, I think you said you were in India. KBO Collections, who is in this chat, he's in Korea. So a nice we have people all over. It's pretty cool. And George, I am going to go watch the Trailer Park Boys Sea Shanty. So I'll check that out. So have a great Saturday. Have a great weekend. And I will chat with you tomorrow.